we are counting down to opening night of The Dark Knight Rises, Christopher Nolan's final Batman film. To mark that occasion, we will be reviewing every single live-action Batman film, starting with 1966's campy iconic Batman, based off the TV show starring Adam West and Burt Ward. The first 10 minutes of this film gives us great dynamic imagery. The exploding boom of the Batmobile, the sleek Batcopter, the Bat Shark repellent. So our heroes receive a distress call for a boat carrying Commodore Schmidlap, who is apparently the creator of a dangerous machine that supercriminals are trying to steal for a plot against the world. The scene where our heroes decipher who it is just a prime example of this film's sublime absurdity.
Which ones?
Pretty fishy what happened to me on that ladder.
You mean where there's a fish, there could be a penguin?
But wait, it happened at sea. See? Sea for Catwoman.
Yet, that exploding shark was pulling my leg.
The Joker.
It all adds up to a sinister riddle. Riddler?
The villains decide to kidnap Bruce Wayne using Catwoman's disguise of Russian reporter Miss Kitka.
Comrade Wayne, my name is Kitanya Irenia Tatanya Kerenska Alesov. I'm from the Moscow Bugle. My friends call me Kitka.
Kitka. Kitka. A charming acronym.
Thank you, Comrade Wayne.
Catwoman sets up a trap for the love-struck Bruce Wayne.
And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy dark eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams.
While Bruce is spewing Shakespeare,
Edgar Allan Poe.
the villains fly in their evil umbrellas and engage in a mano-a-mano fight with the able Bruce Wayne before he is finally subdued.
Up my left sleeve, I have a tiny radio transmitter strapped above my elbow.
What a curious device to carry.
Not at all, Miss Kitka. Capitalists like myself who carry large sums of money often have such safety contrivances.
Bruce is a capitalist. Take that, Obama.
I didn't ask for an argument.
I'm afraid they'll find our humor very, very dry.
The dehydration device, engineered by Commodore Schmidlap, is ultimately what the villains used when they capture members of the United World Security Council. I think Godzilla showed us a better way. So our heroes and villains have a showdown at the Penguin sub, with the lives of bickering world leaders at stake. The trademark sound effect balloons make their appearance here. It's all capped off when Catwoman is finally defeated with the revelation that she was Miss Kitka the whole time. I must admit, Adam West's performance in this scene is pretty touching. You can sense his heart breaking in this shot. Security councils return to normal, speaking in unknown tongues.
Hear me out. You must Rotzin Shalom. Rat Shalom. Shalom. Es ist ausgeschlossen. Mein Land möchtet Frieden. Hören Sie mich bitte.
Fago, Akil, man fullik no hey.
Español quieres la paz del mundo.
Ekoba, Shatalolobo Kosha.
Yutaka Omura from Tokyo, reporting that the situation is grim.
That's wonderful. I hope we've seen the last of them for a long time.
The film gets a rap for being campy and cartoonish, but it did serve its characters justice. Keep in mind that Adam West's Batman was a product of its time. Batman was just as campy in the comics and cartoons of its day.
aim this batarang just right.
A steel cable! Let go!
Perhaps you can argue the Adam West version took it a step further with its inane dialogue and gadgets. But it was a lot of fun. Batman is portrayed as a hero with morals and a duty for respect of the word of law. He's clearly a detective working with law enforcement, and they both have each other's backs. As Bruce Wayne, he's charming, a smooth and eloquent talker. We don't see the tortured Bruce Wayne agonizing over his parents' death. Batman's reason to be was never explored in the Adam West series or this film. Robin is the young partner. We don't see Dick Grayson doing any youthful things. He's either just Robin or worried Dick Grayson when Bruce is kidnapped. Wait, did we just see stunt doubles in the running scene? Adam West and Burt Ward needed stunt doubles for the running scene? Cesar Romero was an accomplished actor during this time. His performance as the Joker was about as definitive until Jack Nicholson challenged it in 1989. The makeup was pretty simple, but comic book accurate. Joker was a pretty dastardly villain in the series, but unfortunately, he's the least utilized in this film, shockingly. It is Catwoman's idea to use the Kitka disguise to capture Bruce Wayne. The Riddler's missiles were the string to bring Batman and Robin together, and Penguin's dehydration machine that captured the World Security Council. What did Joker do? He brought tea for Commodore Schmidlap. I call BS on the Joker's use here. Frank Gorshin's Riddler is arguably unmatched even by Jim Carrey nearly 30 years later. His hilarious chuckles to his physically flexible performance, he could easily match humorous wits with the Joker.
You're mad, Riddler.
The Penguin was the brains of the operation. His idea to use the dehydration machine is what leads the Cape Crusader to his biggest battle yet. Arguably, it could be stated it is superior to Danny DeVito's Penguin 26 years later. Penguin has the most to do in this film, even finding a way into the Batcave and stealing the Batmobile.
And away we go in my Birdmobile.
Finally, Catwoman. Julie Newmar to me has been the definitive Catwoman, but Lee Merriweather does the outfit very nicely. She gives a sultry and wicked performance, and is easily the meanest of the villains. More so because her Kitka disguise leads to Bruce's biggest heartache in the film, manipulating Bruce, Batman, into caring for a person that did not exist. Now that's just awful. The film shows a Catwoman prevalent for its time, a sexy, how many times did I use that word here? A sexy female villain who relies on her charm and beauty rather than physical strength to subdue her enemies. That changed by the time Tim Burton brought us a new Catwoman, but we'll deal with that in the third installment of this series. In summary, this was a fun film, very colorful with lots of excellent performances by the cast. Everyone clearly enjoyed their roles and had fun playing their respective characters. And Adam West gave a lot of respect to the character with his performance, not only as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne. The campiness and silly plot may be a bit too much for people of today to absorb, but contained in its own world, it's a fun and well-made adventure film. On a scale of 4 stars, I give it 3. Heart means much more in the world of filmmaking, more so than big budgets.